want you in this instant just to take a deep inhalation and release. And begin to sup at the divine table of everything that's been given to you. Everything that's been given to you and being given to you perpetually. As a sacred broadcast of the Spirit of the living God is always being itself totally and completely at every point of the universe being inside of the presence of God, and the presence of God being infinite. So as you heard them singing, every cell of your body temple was vibrating with the frequency of the sacred sound that was moving through them, and combined with your sacred intentionality of being here at the Agape International Spiritual Center, a state of consciousness that's embracing a planet Earth, something wonderful is happening for your life. You're coming into the theme of the month, which is limitless living, the only way to fly. And when we use the word limitless, we want to allow that to begin to be a part of our vocabulary. We want that to begin to be a part of how we think about ourselves. For so very often we have placed limitations and ceilings on our life, not our own fault necessarily, but through societal constraints and familial perceptions and societal perceptions and religious perceptions, we have grown accustomed to living our life in a box of limitation. You want to begin to feel your way into the absolute truth that you are a limitless being, which is the only way to fly. The only way to fly above, this is real levitation now, the only way to fly above the thought forms that have condensed themselves into lack, limitation, scarcity, not enoughness, fear, doubt, and worry that has become a normal template through which humanity lives and experiences and expresses. Not you, not here, not now. You are coming into the frequency of being a limitless being, from moving from sense to soul. In other words, you have your sensorium, your five senses that allows you to navigate through three dimensions. But oftentimes people are dimensionally challenged and they're living only through the sensorium. Therefore, they're living a limited life because their entire life is based upon what they can see and smell and taste and hear. And they restrict themselves to that dimension of life. You're moving from sense to soul, which means you're making your soul faculty available through you, which is why you pray, which is why you meditate, which is why you practice the life visioning process, which is why you do your affirmations, which is why you study, which is why you fellowship with high-minded, open-hearted individuals, so that you're moving to activate your soul faculty, which allows you to feel your innate nature of supreme affirmation. I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. I'll always remember when I was a small boy walking down Orange Drive, and I don't remember, maybe 8 years old or something like that, and I was walking down the street, and spontaneously, I started doing affirmations. Obviously, I was a little boy, I hadn't studied metaphysics or affirmations or things of that particular nature, but I can remember saying, I am magnificent, I'm marvelous, Michael is magnificent, Michael is marvelous, and I began to write that on my tennis shoes. Michael the magnificent, Michael the marvelous. There was something innately within me that was waking up as a small boy saying, I am. I'm saying that all of you have that limitless nature within you that may have been constrained by society, constrained by circumstance and interpretation of experience. But you are now to begin to walk in the awareness that you are a limitless being. The only way to fly above the constraints of thoughts and opinions and points of view that have condensed themselves into experience. Oh, it is an interesting incarnation to live an entire life based on external conditions, based on external circumstances, thinking that's the only reality that there is. You're moving and activating your soul faculty so that you can begin to see, and I don't mean with your physical eyes, that you can begin to see that you're living, moving, and having your beingness in a presence that is never an absence. That is the context of your life. Oftentimes, people's only context is, I'm only human. Their only context is, I was born in a particular location on the planet. Their only context is their ethnicity. Their only context is their sexual orientation. Their only context is the color of their skin. Their only context is the job that they have. The only context is the school they went through. That is a limitation. You are an infinite being, limitless in scope. And so you are to begin to see yourself, and first of all, philosophically, you are to see yourself as a limitless being, but more importantly, you have to practice this with your spiritual practices so that you move from being a metaphysical philosopher into an individual that's really demonstrating and manifesting this truth through insight and revelation, which is the foundation of this community. The foundation of this community is practice. The foundation of this community is classwork. The foundation of this community is making ourselves available to the insights of the perennial philosophy so that we can demonstrate this truth through the healing of our mental body, our emotional body, our physical body as a beginning, not as an ending, as a beginning, so we can soar into realms of creativity, soar into realms of generosity, soar into realms of building a beloved community as a beneficial presence on the planet. And so the first stage is merely healing the traumas and the dramas that we've had in our life, healing the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, or making those particular structures strong enough to carry the frequency of the cosmos. Everybody's healing looks different. That's the beginning. We're moving from sensory perception to opening our soulful faculty. So we're talking about, and I'm stalling here because I'm trying to remember the topic of the day, which is, what's the first word? Awake? Is that? No, it's not awake. Wait, there it is. Okay, now I got it. I'm just in the moment. And so in case you guys know, this is not recorded. This is live. Every service is live. It's live right here. Because if it was recorded, I could have edited that out. But we're right here live saying, wait, leap, and awake, I think. And awake from your sleep. Okay, see what I'm saying? I got a little help here from the minister and practitioners in the audience. First of all, there's waiting. We've all heard, wait upon the Lord. But the Lord ain't that slow. When we talk about waiting, we're talking about waiting upon the law. The law corresponds to the nature of our song that we're singing. So when we talk about waiting, we're talking about waiting in the frequency and the vibration of love and peace and joy and harmony and all needs met, divine support, sacred generosity of the heart. Oftentimes, people are waiting for something to happen in their life, but they're waiting in the frequency of anxiety and worry and fear. Oh my God, I wish something would hurry up and change in my life. Oh my God, I wish this particular thing would happen. Oh my God, my to-do list is too big. Oftentimes, people are waiting in the frequency of the very thing they do not want to happen in their life. We're not talking about that kind of waiting. We're talking about waiting in the awareness that my need is met right here and right now. This is the sacred use of the law. You wait in the sacred frequency of the great law of life, matching the vibrational frequency of the very thing that you want to happen in your life. So what does it come back to? It comes back to your sacred practice on a regular basis. I'm waiting in the answer. I'm waiting in the frequency. I'm waiting. And therefore, there is a leap that takes place. It's called a quantum leap. A quantum leap is moving from one frequency to another without a ladder. It's simply stating mystically that you can't get there from here, but when you get there, there is here. It's already here. So mystically, I am making a quantum leap by waiting in the Spirit of the living God. I'm waiting here. I want you to wait with me right now. I want you to begin to allow for your mind to begin to peruse every magnificent thing that has ever happened in your life. I want you to begin to feel into the glad surprises that have taken place in your life. I want you to feel into the moments of your life in which you thought your back was against the wall, and then suddenly or incrementally a way was made out of what appeared to be no way. I want you to begin to feel into this moment as I'm speaking to you right now. I want you to begin to feel those moments of security and the safety. I want you to begin to feel right here in this moment, those moments of all needs met. I want you to begin to feel that right now and notice that you are not moving your attention into the world saying, if this and this and this were to happen, then I would be happy. No, you're no longer being a victim to external circumstance. You're no longer living life backwards. You're saying right now, I have the capacity to feel and be integrated into the awareness that my need is met right now. I have the capacity to feel that life is for me and nothing is against me right now. I have the capacity to feel divinely healthy and happy and joyous right now. You can feel it right now. Come into that space right this moment. This is waiting. You are to wait upon the law to match this frequency. Wait for it. Right here. Now your role here is to sustain and stabilize your consciousness around the waiting in that space. Most people that are sleepwalking are waiting for an external change to take place for them to be happy, to be in joy, to feel safe and secure, or whatever quality appears to be missing. There's no quality missing for your life, from your life. It is just covered up by the thought forms and the limited perception of reality, you see. So many people are waiting for something out there to shift. They're waiting for someone out there to shift. They're waiting for something to change. That is called living life backwards, you see. You're going to living life forward. Interestingly enough, there are many people on the planet today, particularly in our country, that wants to go back, make America great again. They want to go backwards, you see. You can't go backwards. You can only move forward. You can only evolve and unfold and go forward. That's the only way out of the dilemma that we are facing on the planet with the systemic issues of our day. It's not to go backwards. It's to go forward and to evolve and allow all of the technologies that have been suppressed by limited paradigm and governments that are crazy. We are to go forward and to set all of that energy free so that we can actually heal all of the issues of our day. That sounds like an aside, but it is really not. We are to move forward, you see. And so you're waiting in the frequency of all needs met. Now, what does this bring to you? This brings to you original ideas shot straight from the heart mind of the infinite. It's called inspiration. You become inspired, not to go backwards. You become inspired to set yourself free, to allow the cosmos to begin to sing and act through you with new ideas that become new conversations, that become new actions in your life. You're not operating in fear as many of our citizens are that want to go backwards. You're operating in faith and vision to go forward into the unknown, something that has never happened before in your life and the life of the planet upon which we are living. Wait, leap, quantum leap, no ladder, it's vibration. If you can hold the vibration and sustain the frequency of I am safe, if you can sustain the frequency of I am secure, if you can sustain the frequency of all my needs are met, if you can sustain the frequency of I am divinely supported and loved and appreciated by a presence that is never in absence, if you can sustain that frequency, there will be a quantum leap without a ladder into another way of seeing and another way of being. Inspiration will flow through you, and then you'll be pulled by a vision that will be a bright and shining, what you would call a future, rather than a constant regurgitation of the trauma and the dramas of your past. You'll be pulled by a vision of a future that is magnificent, and your soul will begin to define it. Not your sensorium. Your senses can't see it. They cannot enter into the field of the unknown. Your senses are strictly for the purpose of navigating through 3 dimensions only. But to be a cosmic being living in only 3 dimensions is almost a wasted incarnation. You are to open yourself up, you see. And so as you are praying, not begging, not beseeching a reluctant deity, God is already here. God is already being what God is already being. You are praying. You're opening yourself up and staying in the prayerful space until you feel something. I'm not talking merely your emotions. Until you feel a sense of connection. You feel your innate supreme affirmation welling up within you. I am magnificent. You stay with it. You meditate. You become familiar with the expanded awareness of the presence that is here and now. You catch a vision of infinite possibility, and it wakes you up. And you begin to see moment by moment by moment these sacred ahas taking over your life, and you realize for a lot of the time you have been sleepwalking. You have been intoxicated by the fears and the doubts and the worries and the double talk of the world. You have been bamboozled and hijacked by the talk of the world and news media and things of that particular. You've been sleepwalking. But when you wait in the frequency, then the Lord, the great law of life, takes that over. There is a vibrational leaping, and an incremental or dramatic awakening from sleeping. So it's not merely your dream is coming true, you are coming true for your dream. You're waking up. Now, all of this to say, there is nothing in the universe that has an inherent limitation on you. Everything is wide open and limitless, but it is a participatory universe. You have to participate in it. You're not just going to ask the presence of God to come and do something for you, because God can only do what God can do through you, through your participation and availability. And so you are arguing with yourself. You want to be so convinced of the truth that you can't talk yourself out of it. You want to be so convinced that your life is hid with Christ and God. Your life is hid in the Buddha field of oneness. So convinced that your need is met. So convinced that everything is working together for your good, that when the subpersonality tries to come up and convince you otherwise, it's running up against a conviction that cannot be touched. You can't even talk yourself out of it. You ever been in that kind of space where you knew something so well that when the mind tries to come up and convince you otherwise, it's like, get thee behind me, Satan. Get thee behind me, crazy thought. Get thee behind me, lie. You want to be that fortified particularly during this particular time in human history, where the old paradigms are dying but screaming so loud. I'm going to go back to the old days. As an African American, we don't. And you know what? Anyone doesn't, because anyone that's living from an oppressor consciousness, they're in jail too. They're traumatized. You see, the guards and the prisoners are both traumatized. So we are transcending the old days and stepping into a glorious day in which all flesh shall see it together. The Pentecostal moment in which we all hear it according to our own unique perception and language, but all seeing the same thing. Oneness, unity, love, and the peace cascading everywhere. Limitless being. The only way to fly. So from the very top, as you've heard this morning, you are moving from sensory perception to opening your soul faculty. You are praying not merely to change circumstances and situations in your life. You are praying to not just set things right, but to see them rightly. And once you see them rightly and your state of being is in harmony with that which is true, then conditions which are condensed vibratory frequencies, conditions change. You're waking up. Therefore, you're not putting yourself in the prison of being a victim. I'll be happy when. No, I am magnificent. I am joy. I am peace now. And then the evidence shows up. The evidence is the condensation of the consciousness that you are holding. So listen, just for the next 7 days, stop thinking about your problems. Stop it. Just 7 days. If you want to take them back, you can do it. Give me 7 days. If you really want to go further, do 21. If you want to go a little further, do 30. You want to do 40, do 40 days. Stop thinking about your problems. A problem is an emblem. It comes from the word emblem. It's emblematic of a thought form, a belief, or a state of consciousness. Stop thinking about them for a while. You're not going to solve it at the level of the problem, so stop it. Just for a little bit of time. Stop thinking about your problems. And begin to open yourself up to possibility. You are limitless. Now, there's a part of you that's afraid of this. The egocentric aspect of yourself, that which is protecting your limited identity, it is scared to death of the unknown. When you begin to consider that you are a limitless being and that you can right now proclaim your joy, your harmony, your health, and your well-being without any external change first, and then watch as things begin to change in your life, that limited part of yourself is scared of that. It can't control it. Orgasmic. Ecstatic. Woo! That's way beyond what can be controlled. But you can live life at this level. It's the only way to fly. Shoo! 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 Come into this space. Shoo! 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 It's innate to you. It's real to you. Shoo! Shoo! Real, capital R real. Shoo! Shoo! And then you'll know why we celebrate. You know why our Native brothers do that wonderful dance. You know why our African brothers do that wonderful dance. You'll know why the Celtics do that wonderful dance. You'll know You're shifting your frequency. You're shifting your vibration. Woo! Come with me into the land of the eternal. Come, come, come. Set yourself free. Let your mind go. Limitless. Limitless, limitless, limitless. Ooh, I think that's it for today. Listen, let's watch these. Let's watch these individuals dance with the rap. Let's watch them. Watch them. Oh, this is from our community in Durango. Stephen Wasley. Yeah. And people from Durango. This is our community in Durango watching Agape every week. They are Agape in Durango.
Yes. Yes.
That's we have communities in Durango and Virginia and Oakland and you know what? I want you to do me a favor. Many of you, we have a number of people that watch. We can fill stadium with the people that watch Agape every week. But some of you are watching with groups. Like you got 3 people in the room, you got 8, you got 5, you got 2. It only registers to us as 1. Let us know how many people are watching with you. We just have an idea. Have an idea. Okay, you ready to dance? Okay. They were playing Ain't No Stopping Us Now. When I was at the conference in Missouri, the band played Ain't No Stopping Us Now. We're playing it again right now, right?
Absolutely.
You know why?
Why?
Because nothing can stop a limitless being.
Come on now.
Nothing.
Come with it.
Come on.
All right, y'all. There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know, but we won't let nothing hold us back. We're gonna put ourselves together, we're gonna polish up our act well. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. No, I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. Hey, hey, hey. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Hey, hey, hey. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. And I know you know someone that has a negative vibe. And if you're trying to make it, they only push you aside. They really don't have nowhere to go. Ask them where they're going. They don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're gonna put ourselves together. We're gonna polish up our act well. And if you've never been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. Oh, I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word And I say, oh, we on the move.
That's Leslie.
Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove, yeah. And ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move.
Are you dancing out there?
Ain't no stopping
Dance your
us
way
now.
into a healing,
We got the groove.
a revelation of your innate wholeness. Celebrate your way back home.
No stopping.
Pray your way to an awakening.
Stopping.
Meditate your way into an insight. Vision your way into a bright and shining unfoldment of your soul. Limitless living. The only way to fly. Come with me now into this sacred moment of holy, holy prayer. A way by which we consciously connect. See? Consciously connect with the cosmos and beyond. Come with me now into this sacred space of the holy instant. As we have the ability and the willingness, the intentionality to become so grateful in this moment. Oh, I know a part of your surface mind is saying, you just don't know, Reverend Michael, the stuff that I'm going through. It's difficult for me to be grateful and thankful right now because there's so much happening. I'm saying that there is something within you that is stronger than that which is within the world. And you access it through the power of thanksgiving and gratitude. For anything at all, if you're taking a breath, be grateful. That blood is coursing through your veins, be grateful. Your body temple is extracting oxygen and hydrogen from the air, be grateful. Someone loves you, be grateful. Someone's praying for you right now, be grateful. Whether they're on this side of the veil or the other, someone's embracing you in prayer and cheering you on, be grateful. We rise high in the gratitude factor right now, and something happens. We're able to see a little bit differently. We see differently. Oh, wow. I was only seeing issues. I was only seeing problems. But that's a small part of reality. I'm now beginning to see, oh my God, I'm surrounded by a presence. I'm living and moving and having my being is in the presence of intelligence, the presence of love, and the presence of abundance, and the presence of beauty, all that's providing infinite opportunities based on my infinite potential. I'm recognizing God. With every breath that I take, I feel one with God. I can say it unequivocally. I am one with God. Just say that. I am one with God. I am one with intelligence. I'm one with beauty. I'm one with love. I'm one with joy. I'm one with the only life that there is. And from this consciousness of oneness, I have the privilege and the honor to speak the word for this entire agape community all around the globe, knowing that where we are, God is, that the fullness of the presence of God is moving through us in such a way that it tears down the strongholds of seeming negativity and allows the full flowering of infinite spirit to reveal itself as a dynamic peace of mind, a great sense of wellness and well-being, compelling right action, harmonizing prosperity and abundance, wisdom and guidance and direction flowing through us in a language and in a way that we can understand, and a safety net that it comes from the awareness that we're connected to the presence and the power and the love of God Almighty, all beauty and all joy. All of this has already been given us, but now we're growing in our graciousness to receive it. Be gracious. Receive the blessings. Don't leave them on the altar of denial. Accept the blessings that are trying to be given to you right now. Affirm from the depth of your being, I am what thou art what I am. And the body temple follows. The emotional body follows, the mental body follows, the etheric bodies follow, the subtle bodies follow, the celestial body of the great luminosity of our being. Our eye is single. God first, love first, joy first. And the body is full of light. Feel that in your bones. Oh, 30-something years ago, I remember saying, the feeling, it's a feeling universe. The feeling provides the healing, the revelation. Feel it first, feel it, feel it. Help them feel it. Help them feel it as I get the individuals who need prayer from us today.
Early in the morning, lying in my bed, thinking about a dream I had. The pictures were fading fast, noticing the music in each scene, and a peace beyond this world. I recall that I couldn't dwell in what was wrong, couldn't care about what had gone. The message on the stereo was strong, saying one day the pain goes, and one day we'll see that what really matters in life or in dreams is the music of love we hear in each scene. Yeah. And I'm ready to listen now. I've heard your voice before. Your way has been calling me, and now I'm walking through the open door. I'm ready to listen now. I am ready to listen, Lord.
We're listening with our entire being. Here we are, available, receptive, open, pliable, yielding, surrendered. We're open. The greatest ability on the planet is availability, and we're making ourselves available to the great blessings that are desiring to flow through us right now. And in this moment, we want to be a blessing. So we want to be a blessing with all of the sacred order of practitioners that are online with us right now. We want to be a blessing.